Bad day to be a villain. Bad day to be a villain, you know why? I've got my hair up and I've got these on. So let's just say today I know how to fight. I'm gonna be honest. Wait a minute. I'm just gonna move these real quick. Also, dead tooth. Present. Dead tooth. Present. Glasses? No. Whoa, hey, come on, back up. Bug it up, bug it up. Bug it up, bug it up, bug it up, bug it up. Moonbeam ice cream! So I wanted to make like a definitive list of, see, I love scary movies. And normally I would say horror films, but I don't say that because every time I say it, I can't say it correctly. So I just say horror films. Horror films. And that's not what they really are. I mean, I don't know what kind of movies you're watching, but they're scary movies, and I love scary movies. Oh, always have. I have to have my chops. I do not consider myself to be very tough. I am not. I think if I were fighting for my life, could I fight? Perhaps. And that's why I wanted to make a list based off of villains in scary movies, horror films, who I think I'm gonna rank them based off of who do I think I could fight versus who do I not think I could fight. I wanna note that I tried to really investigate all of these options based off of things that they do in the movies, like their powers or their lack of powers, whatever, what they're capable of, their origins, stuff like that. So if I get anything wrong, which I probably will, you could let me know, don't let me know, whatever. Just be nice about it, you know? First of all, Ghostface. Now, if you haven't seen the Scream movies, you're totally missing out. They are some of my favorite movies. They're ridiculous, but they're also great. Here's the thing, no matter who's playing Ghostface, clumsy. Not every single one, but a lot of the time clumsy. And here's the thing, it's just a person. It's just a person. And spoiler alert, it's normally different people. Sorry, if you haven't seen them, like you've had a long time. Do you know what I mean? I put Ghostface 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10, because here's the thing, it's probably going to be someone that I know, and I would think about it. I would go, where were they? Where were they? Where did they say they were at? Da-da-da. But here's the thing, they would all hate me, and they would think that I was Ghostface, because I would immediately get my ass on a plane, or I would get a car, probably not a car, because I feel like he finds out and he follows you. I don't know. But I get on a plane, because is he really getting on a plane with me? You know, he's in line, come on, I'm gonna see him, you know what I mean? So they would hate me, but if I knew it was someone in my friend group, I'm immediately getting on a plane and I'm jet setting out of that city. What's he gonna do? Get on a plane, go find me yeah, right. Like, he's not really gonna put in the effort. And I'll just unfortunately have to watch the news of like, another so-and-so died, another so-and-so died. And that would suck. They would all be my friends. This is all hypothetical. Like, I would never be okay with that. But I do think 5 out of 10, I could take Ghostface, because like I said, just a person and clumsy. And I am actually not that clumsy. Sometimes I am. It depends on the day. But I would say more often than not clumsy. So his loss, or her, or whoever, because it could be anyone. But it's always a human. Okay, moving on. Chucky. So when I first thought about this, I was like,
easy, kick him.
You know what I mean? Just, I was like, that's not gonna be hard. He's a doll, you know? Loser, get out of here. But actually, when you look into him a little bit more, when you really get to know him, he's a great guy. Like, he could get my ankles, you know? That would suck. I mean, that would really hurt. But as far as I know, he has, like, in the later movies, I'm not sure, I've only seen like the first 2 of the original, but I guess what he can do is like split up into other dolls nearby or something like that. Like, he can split his soul or something like that. I don't really get it, but that's what I read online. And so that, if that were to happen, I really don't stand a chance. So maybe we don't fight where there's other dolls or a doll factory. I'm not really sure what the parameters of that are. But I put him at 7.8 out of 10, maybe even an 8, because I actually think that he would be hard to kill because you have to time it just right, or else he's splitting up his soul and he's putting it into other things, and ew, he's weird. He's an odd guy. Oh, and I think too that you would need to know voodoo to get him. I don't know that. I don't mess with that. Like, I don't know that. So I'm just dead. Like, he's just gonna kill me, and that's fine. Whatever. Next up, Hannibal Lecter. Here's the thing. He is a genius, and I'm not. So he could easily use that against me, for sure. I'm not a dummy, but I'm not a genius. I'm not Hannibal Lecter level. So he is also very like forward thinking. So I think he could plan something easily if he wanted to take me down, and I wouldn't necessarily see it coming unless I knew that he was evil. But I probably wouldn't because I'd be a victim of his. I don't know. But I put him at a 5.5 because remember, at the end of the day, he's just a man. And if I had like a gun, what is he at the end of the day? Smart? Okay, cool. Oh, you're so smart. I have a gun. He acts like he's the queen and we're the sorry people. I have a gun. So that's why I think like 5.5 out of 10. Maybe a 6 though, because he is smart. But like I said, okay, you can do calculus. I have a gun. Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger is one of my least favorites because he actually does scare me. I'm a big fan of Nightmare on Elm Street. I've seen pretty much all of them, like even the 5th and the 6th and the 7th and all of the Hootie Wuddies I've seen. I'm a big fan though, and I'm actually a big fan of Freddy. I think he's really funny. He's crazy. I mean, he's weird, you know, not a fan of him actually, but very entertaining. I put him at a 9 out of 10. I'm dead. Like, he's totally gonna kill me. I don't really stand a chance. Unless he fell in love with me. It could happen. Shut up, it could happen. So a few of the things that you could do with him are bring him to the real world. Real world. Freddy Krueger. Nobody gets me. God, can you, like, he has his own reality show. I would watch it. And we're married, I'm in it. That's why he didn't kill me. A few of the options: release the souls that are trapped in him. I know I said I'm a big fan of the movies, but I don't remember how they really did that, so I don't know. I wouldn't think of it. Bring him into the real world. Again, I wouldn't think of it. I don't really stand a chance because then once I bring him in, he doesn't necessarily have all the dream powers, but what am I gonna do, you know? Like, what am I gonna, he's got knife hands. What am I? I'm toast. I'm dead, you know? I'm gone.
Dead and gone, dead and gone.
Also, one of the things that you could do is you could drink and then you won't go into REM sleep. And then maybe he can't get you. I don't really like alcohol though. I don't really like it. Makes me bloat. I'm a lightweight, you know? And so if I'm drinking it every night, hello, no, I'm not doing that. And that's not very responsible, yeah. So 9 out of 10, I don't really have a chance. And that's okay, unless he gave me a chance. Oh, Leatherface, 4 out of 10. Just had guy with a chainsaw. Again, a human with a chainsaw. Freddy Krueger, not human. Was human, not human no more. Leatherface, human with a chainsaw. Also, he lives out in BFE. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be out there. I don't go on road trips. You're not gonna find me out there. I'm not, like, chances of me being out there and then me coming across him, zilch, nada, 0. I'm not gonna be in that situation. I'm not gonna put myself in that situation.
But Haley, what about the people in that movie? They didn't, like, willingly put themselves...
No, I get it. But at the end of the day, he's a cooped up man with a chainsaw cooped up, weird family hunting people down in their neck of the woods, Keep that in mind. I'm a homebody. I'm an introvert. I'm not leaving. We're not going to run into each other. We're not going to be at the grocery store and I'm going to be like,
You getting rack of ribs or?
it's not going to happen. Also, too, a chainsaw. Hi, I have a gun. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my God. Ah, nice chainsaw. Gun. Next, the Terrifier. 10 out of 10. I don't have a chance. What's that guy's name? The Terrifier. It's the clown. I haven't seen those movies, actually. I've heard that I should, because I have heard that I would like them. And I like gore. I don't mind it. But yeah, no, I already know that he's really powerful. I don't have a chance. So that's just at the top of the list. Nope, I'm done. Oh, Pinhead. So I love the Hellraiser movies. I haven't seen any of the newer ones because they didn't really look good. I was like, eh. But I love, the first Hellraiser, the second one. The third one is also kind of stupid, but entertaining. I don't know. But Pinhead, 9.5 out of 10. Demon and puzzles. I'm not good at puzzles. It's like a Rubik's Cube thing. I've never been able to finish one. I've never been able to put it all back. I own one. And if that were the cube in those movies, I'm dead. And him and his crew already came and got me. You know what I mean? And if it were my crew versus his crew, maybe we could have a dance off, but that's about it. I'm dead. We're all dead. Jaws, the shark from Jaws. Jaws, I don't know why. I'm terrified of the ocean. I've said that before. I'll say it again. No shame. And I'm terrified of sharks. And I know people always want to go, oh, well, they're more afraid of you than... Come on. Stop. I do think that that's true. It is true. But if it's the Jaws shark, I'm dead, But here's the thing. Not supernatural, okay? Plus. That's a total plus. Also, when am I going to be in that situation? When am I out? I've already said I'm afraid of the ocean. When am I going to be out there? Oh, I went on a cruise. I hate cruises too. You know why? Because I hate the ocean. I'm not out there. So again, strategy-wise, like with Leatherface, we're not running into each other. That's unrealistic. And I'm not putting myself in that situation. But if I were in that situation, do I think that I could kill that shark? Probably not, unless I had an underwater gun. That wasn't a spear gun, but a gun underwater. Oh, you're a shark? I have a gun. Yeah, no, I know that you can kick them on the nose. I would try to kick it, but then it's just gonna take my leg. I'm not gonna survive that. So I'm gonna put that at a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Because again, not supernatural. And realistically, I wouldn't be in that situation. Realistically, you're not gonna catch me swimming by the ocean, in the ocean, near a shark. No. In the words of Aerosmith, dream on. Next one, Annabelle. Honestly, I think she's lame. She doesn't scare me. People would probably say,
Careful letting her hear you say that.
I don't care, and she's not real. Don't people, some people think I don't know. Don't ask me about her. I don't follow her story because I don't care about her. Who are you? You know what I mean? I don't care.
Oh, I'm a doll.
Cool. Welcome to life. Welcome to the real world. Freddy Krueger, real world. So here's the thing. I put her at a 7 out of 10 because she could totally kill me. She has a demon in her. I'm only a human. I can't really fight a demon, but I put 7 out of 10 because even though she does have power, I just think she's lame and I'm not scared of her. I don't even watch her movies because I can't watch anything she's in. She's just not a good actress. Well, I'll tell you what, she's no Meryl Streep. Yeah, and I'll 10 toes down on that. Yeah. Have you seen her in that one commercial, the yogurt commercial? Awful. But yeah, 7 out of 10 because I think she's lame and I'm not scared of her, but I will not deny that she has power and that I do think she could kill me for sure. Mike Myers, I put him, okay, this is gonna be controversial, but here's the thing. I don't live in that town. He walks so slow. Yes, he's mostly indestructible, but I'm not getting in his way. Again, I don't live in that town. He walks slow. Like, I really don't think he's gonna catch up to me. I'm just gonna get in a car and I'm gonna leave the city. Do you know what I mean? If I'm in that town and he's like, you, and he's coming after me.
Oh, ah.
I have a gun. I get a few, you know, and then he kind of is like, but he keeps going, obviously. He always does. But I just get in a car or a plane, a train, and I just get out of there. 4 out of 10. Because I think I could get away. I think I could get away. Do I think I could kill him? No, absolutely not. But do I think I could get away? Yeah, I think I could. Again, just not a very practical situation that I'm really gonna be in. I don't know. Also, my mom looks like Jamie Lee Curtis. So if my mom were with me, you know, perhaps hypothetically, she could help me because Jamie Lee Curtis, spoiler alert, I think she kills him for good, which my mom was so happy about. She's a huge Halloween fan. She'll call me whenever there's like a new one coming out and she goes, "Did you see?" And I'm like, "Girl, I'm not keeping up. I don't." And she goes,
New Mike Myers movie. He's back. Guess who's back?
and I'm like, "I don't." Cool. So Michael Myers, 4 out of 10. Whatever, I don't care. Controversial? Yeah, I don't care. Jason, the guy who's a fan of hockey. I've only seen the first Friday the 13th, and so I wasn't too familiar with him. I had to Google like what kills him. Essentially, burning him up and scattering him could be kind of effective. Other than that, it sounds like he's pretty hard to kill. I think he's pretty tall. I put 7.5 out of 10. Honestly, I would put 8.5 or a 9. I'm gonna change that and I'm gonna say 8.8 because again, I don't think I'm gonna encounter him. I'm not a camper. I hate camping. We're not gonna cross paths, you know? So again, not practical. But if I had to, I don't know what I would do. I'm dead. I think he's gonna kill me. That's what it is. Yeah, he's gonna kill me. And that's okay, whatever, you know. It was the friends that we made along the way. And then he killed them all, and I'm the only one left. So, thanks. I'm actually not the only one. I feel like I'd be one of the first people to die. They would get me so quick. He would get Jigsaw killer. And I'm not talking about the guy behind it, like the human. I'm talking about the doll. 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Oh, you ride a tricycle? Cool. Okay, lame, first of all. Get a real bike, you know what I mean? Also, he's been in all these movies. He's been around for this many years and he's still, what, like 3 years old and 80 years old at the same time? Loser. 3 out of 10. He's not even possessed. It's like literally, there's like a mic on him, right? Or his little speaker. And the guy's talking through him. So easy, okay. 3 out of 10. Now the actual killer, like who's, you know, the killer. I don't know if anyone follows Wendy Williams. If you remember how much she would talk about the killer, but it's like a big thing that she would always talk about. And it was like, who is the killer? Don't know. But one of my favorite things that she ever said about the killer is she goes, well, I live in New Jersey, you know, because of the killer. And you're like,
Oh, yeah. All right.
for sure. Yeah, okay.
And now we live in North Jersey.
Where?
But you're in Hasbro, well, the killer.
Anyway, that was a quick caveat. But the actual Jigsaw killer, I'm dead. Like, I'm not really gonna survive because I'm not gonna follow your game. I wake up and you're like, get out of this trap. I'm not doing it. I'm gonna go,
Come on, end it now.
I don't play games. I don't like games. I don't like board games. I don't like card games.
Oh, I want to play a game.
I want you to leave me alone. Nosferatu. That wasn't too bad, actually. I haven't really tried an impression of him before. I put 6.5 out of 10 because he does kind of freak me out, but he's also, you know, kind of fugly, you know what I mean? And not that that means that that I couldn't, you know, kill him or not kill, whatever. I don't mean to bash him for his looks, but I think it is his fugliness that scares me. But I do think 6.5 out of 10, like, I'm not the maiden that he's gonna fall in love with. You know what I mean? I'm the annoying friend who, honestly, I think he would kill me because I would just annoy him. And he's all like deep and poetic and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I love like Emily Dickinson, you know, whatever. But I'm not, like, he's so serious all the time, and, you know, give me a break. You know what I mean? 6.5 out of 10. I think if I caught him at the right moment, if I knew he was coming after the maiden, and if she was my friend, I'd kill him. You know, I'd set it up to kill. I'd be like, here's where he's gonna be at this time, guys, come on. And we'd get him, yeah. By myself, though, could I kill him by myself? No. So maybe a 6.5 is too low. Whatever, 6.5. The alien from Alien. So here's the thing, very unrealistic because I'm terrified of space. I know, crazy. I'm terrified of the ocean, and I'm afraid of the other thing that is just vast darkness that is unexplored, and you know, we shouldn't be up there. Space, like, you're not gonna catch me up there. Just like you're not gonna catch me in the ocean, you're not gonna catch me in space. But I did put 9 out of 10 because I wouldn't survive. I would not survive. That thing is too fast, and then it has all of its other little friends and the babies and I'm dead. I'm out. I'm like, I feel like too, I just don't have enough, unfortunately, fight in me to just be like, yeah, I'm really gonna. No, I don't. You know, if I was in that situation, I would like to think that I would fight and that I would really, you know, go all out. But I know myself, and I know that I'm not going to. I know I'm gonna die early from the alien. I know that in any scary movie that I'm in, I'm either gonna somehow miraculously live because I got lost and then I come back and it's like everyone's dead, or I'm one of the first people to go. So, and it'd be the same thing in Alien. Yeah, 9 out of 10, not quite 10 out of 10 because, like I said, not realistic. I'm not gonna be in space, staying right here, don't have to worry about it. Babadook, okay, Babadook.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're
Babadook. I actually couldn't watch all of that movie because that kid annoyed me so much. And I know that that's not a nice thing to say because in the film, the kid is also going through a lot, just like the mother, but I don't care. I did not like him and I found it unbearable. I couldn't watch. That's the main reason. However, for Babadook, just like the clown guy from the Terrifier guy, I put 10 out of 10 because the Babadook is the embodiment of grief. I mean, a genius concept and really sad, and you know, but essentially to get rid of him, you have to rid yourself of grief, which you really can't, really hard to do, or you figure out a way to ignore him. And to be quite honest, if I ever saw him, it's all I would think about. Babadook. Like if I ever saw, I'd be like, oh my God, I have to tell everyone. There's this guy, hat, hides in shadows. Did I say hat? Yeah, 10 out of 10, I'm dead. You know, I'm not surviving that guy. Okay, It Follows, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, I can't fight that. I can't fight that. First of all though, I do think that it doesn't have power in necessarily being sneaky. Because, I mean, it doesn't talk really, so I guess it can come into your house and you're like, oh my God, hey, you scared me.
Oh my God.
I think 10 out of 10 I would die because even though if I were in a public place, I'd be like, oh, there it is again, you know, because they're always so obvious. Like they just start walking with no expression. And it's like, okay, if you wanted to be more, like, can I teach you, you know what I mean? Like how you can be more sneaky about it. Like maybe kind of be hanging out with like a group of friends and be like, yeah. Like then you look over at your prey and you're like, yeah. Yeah. And it's like, if you did that, that would probably be like, you'd be sneakier, you know what I mean? But you can't really socialize these things, you know? It's you can't socialize a demon or a supernatural being. You can't, like, I can't teach you social skills. And also too, that's learned through experience. And when you're just trying to come after me and kill me, what experience are you getting? Like, let's just stop and talk, you know, let's hang out. Other than that, 10 out of 10. Unless if it can't travel over the ocean, then I would get in a plane like I did with Ghostface and with a lot of these killers. I get on a plane and I go across the ocean. And then I'm fine if they can't figure out what a plane is, how to get on one. Cause think about that, you know what I mean? Like they're buying a ticket. Come on, you don't even talk. You're buying a ticket and you're getting on. Or, oh, buy it on your phone, go in and scan it. Yeah, right, come on. It's not gonna figure that out. But still 10 out of 10 because you can't really destroy it. And so that's really scary. The Thing, one of my favorite scary movies, one of my favorite horror films. I put 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 because I think if I were with a crew, I think I could survive. Maybe. I don't know. But 8 out of 10 because I have a pretty good chance of getting killed. But if I'm in a group of people, I think I could maybe survive. Yeah. Although, you know, I feel like they would think I'm one of the things, you know? I don't know. Sometimes people just don't get me. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm just like, never understood. Jeepers Creepers. Where did you get those peepers? The Jeepers Creepers guy. I'm gonna say 9 out of 10. He terrifies me. He really scares me. I don't like things that can like fly and like that's how you get me because I can't get away. Like where am I gonna go? And it's out in the middle of nowhere. Ugh. But as you can probably guess, I have a problem with large open spaces where it's like, what's out here? Ocean, space, country roads at night. Jeepers Creepers, he's there. 9 out of 10. He's gonna get me. I'm so, like, he's terrifying. However, not quite a 10 out of 10 because if you've seen the movies, I think they explain it in the second one, he's not always around. He's not always around. I think it's what, like every 20 years, every 30 years, something like that. So that's, deduct a point for that because, you know, he's not always present. And his presence is a present. My presence is a present to him. I just want him to be around, you know? It's like I never get to see him, you know, in his like little hat. Speaking of hat, I saw this guy, Babadook, and he was in the corner. Okay, last one. I'm gonna do a twofer here. Annie Wilkes and Jack Torrance. Okay, Annie Wilkes from Misery and then Jack Torrance from The Shining. I put 4.5 out of 10 because Jack only has power in that hotel because it's trying to take him, okay? Spoiler. It came out like 40 years ago, so whatever. Or you've read the book. Some people think the book is better. I think that the book and the movie are different, and in my opinion, both good. But here's the thing, 4.5 out of 10. You know why? Do you want to know why? Because I'm crazy too. But here's the thing, I'm not the crazy where, like them, where I'm gonna hurt someone. Like the idea of ever hurting someone, like that really, you know, I'm not that crazy. I'm just like the kind of crazy that's, you know, I'm just like loud sometimes when maybe I should just like think before I say things. But They are a different kind of crazy, but here's the thing, because we're both crazy, I could see them from a mile away and I would go,
Oh, Annie, stay away from her. She's a freak.
Jack, I would see him, like I'm staying at the hotel and I see him and I'd be like, oh.
That guy is weird, and his wife is cool, but I don't think that she realizes like what's going on. I don't know. There's this weird family.
But the both of them, I feel like I could take them. With Jack though, if he has that axe that he's swinging around, that does scare me because of the reach that it has, and I'm very afraid of axes. I think a lot of people are. But I do think though that if I had my gun on me, remember my trusty gun, I'd be like, oh, you have an axe? Oh, cool. Same thing with Annie. Oh, what? Oh, you've got a da-da-da? I have a gun. I actually haven't seen Misery in a while, and so I don't remember what all weapons she had. Maybe she had a gun. I don't know. But I do think that she has a better chance of killing me than Jack does. Because again, the nature of where we're at, Jack is only that dangerous in the hotel. And also, like, am I staying in that hotel? No. Remember, this was Colorado and it was snowing, cold. Okay, listen, I may be super pale, but I don't like the snow. I don't like the cold. If I'm going on a vacation and I'm staying at a hotel like that, I'm not going somewhere cold. Sorry, you're not gonna see me. I'm not going to where it's snowing. My whole life, I've never understood. I have friends who do this, who they're like, we're going on vacation. I go, where are you gonna go? And they're like, Norway. It's really cold this time of year. I'm like, why? What is that a vacation to? That's a vacation to cold. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. It's how I feel about camping too, to be quite honest with you. Anyway, that's all I have. I don't know. I'm gonna go take the dog out, and I'm gonna not be in the ocean. I'm gonna not be in space. I'm gonna not be camping by a lake where there's a guy with a hockey mask. I'm gonna not be in a city or a town where there's Mike Myers walking around. So I'll be fine, you know, I'll be fine. So yeah, I can't speak for you, but I'll be okay. Okay, bye. I'm gonna miss you.